Hi there, welcome back to the developer videos for Production Line. I am Lipsky, I'm the coder and designer of Production Line. I'm trying to do these videos every week. Been getting pretty good at that. So I'll let you know what has happened in the game in the last week. I have a little off-screen list. I'm so professional. Firstly, it's very cold here. I just feel a need to say that. Also, this is why I am dressed like I'm in the Arctic, because I kind of am. What we've been trying to do is get the game into a state where people can play it in an alpha, because I'd like to do a like Prison Architect style thing where you take pre-orders and people can play the alpha and you kind of like develop in a really open way. And I want to know what people think about that. So leave comments on that. And that involves doing a load of quite boring stuff, like for example this. We have an option screen now, which is a nice sort of GUI way of setting your screen res, because previously you couldn't do that without editing a text file, which was obviously crap. So that's gone in, and it's not kind of like a huge priority, but I need to do that before I can take any pre-orders for it, I think, because obviously people want to play it on whatever PC they got. So that's gone in. We've also fixed a load of save game issues that would have just caused a nightmare for anyone who wasn't me playing it. I'll just show you this. I don't think I've shown this before. This is the editor I use to actually create the slots in the game. So I can take an individual thing and an individual kind of like piece of developing your car, and I can build a different kind of layout around it, and you can place all of these sort of things everywhere. The user interface for this is very sort of slapdash, because it's not really part of the game, but I'm going to leave it in the game. We've got some new bits of artwork in there that I haven't put everywhere, like these new bits of fence stuff. There's quite a few new things, actually. Is that a new metal? That's an old metal press. I think that's an old metal one. We've got a small one. Oh, we've got the paint stirrer thing is a new thing. I'll just remove some of these so get my head around it. Yes, this new like paint stirring thing for the ones where your car gets painted. There's loads of new props, and there will be a lot more. Well, anyway, that's the editor. Be handy for modding and stuff like that. Okay, so option screen, blah blah blah. We've also got a larger scale map. Let me just load. Oh, and a loading screen. Yay. So you can now have like stupidly big maps, and I'm going to allow them to be even bigger. I added a few more import slots everywhere. So this is just something that I've been playing about with this morning. There's some sound effects that are new and that have gone in, which I'll just vaguely preview for you, because they're not balanced and they're a mess. Because now every robot arm has a servo sound, and it also makes spark noises, and it gets a bit like this. Which is going to drive you mad. So obviously I need to experiment with that a lot more. And there's loads of like silly little sounds that are new as well. So if you play something small, there's that, bigger, there's that, much bigger, yay. And also there's the sound effects for like rotating things. I love that. I need a little animated like spinny thing. Ninja thing. Anyway, there's loads of silly things like that. So what else do we have? Oh, also when you're placing stuff now, I don't know if you watched in any of the previous videos, but when I had this view, everything was distorted and all over the place and a mess, and everything was drawn in the wrong order in the wrong place, and it looked rubbish. And also it didn't accurately go red when you couldn't place it. And now it does all that. That was surprisingly easy to fix, actually. Actually, I say that, I think the little guys there were being drawn thin. No, I imagine that. So, okay, so that's good. What else is new? probably got a lot more new stuff. One of the things that I'm sort of like heading towards making final is the research stuff. If I put a research office down, these guys will turn into people with lab coats at some point. If I click on this, it will tell me what I'm currently researching and my progress to it. Now this user interface isn't finished at all. This is very placeholder, but if I pick something and say I research that, ignore all this, then I can now see the progress on here. All of this GUI stuff is placeholder nonsense that will get improved at some point, but I imagine what people want to see is they want to see features and gameplay, and we'll worry about that stuff during alpha, I think. But that's in there, and when that is finally researched. Also, speed actually works now. It used to be that I'd hit that speed button and all the resources would get delivered faster, but nothing else would happen at a different speed. I only recently noticed. It's so slack. So now that does actually work properly. I think that is possibly it. There's been a lot of optimizing and a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Also, there's actually a save game interface as well, so you can actually delete old save games and type in the name of your save game. Why I allow it to turn on debugging information when I type there is of course beyond me. See what turned that on? This is all my debug nonsense. That shows you how the resources getting delivered. These little red bits are showing you how they don't. They sort of wait for each other. A bit more involved than it should be, frankly. I need to fix that. Anyway, so that's the game production line at the moment. My plan for the next week is to do a lot more business stuff. If you watched early videos, you'll know that we've got this sort of financy stuff that does all this, and yeah, lovely GUI. But at the moment, when you finish a car and sell it, it works out how much all the components are kind of worth, adds a value, and sells it for that. You can then change the price if you want, and it will sell anyway. So not much of a difficult business sim. So obviously I'm going to fix that with there being an intermediate step where cars are for sale but not bought, and you'll be able to. What I want is for you to be able to manage that. So you'll have like there are 10 cars that are waiting to be sold, or there are 100 cars waiting to be sold, and you have to adjust prices and that sort of thing. That's what I want, because I want the setting of the markup and setting of the final price to be quite a big deal, because that's where you're really going to make your money. So I want to work on the sort of finance related side of the game in the next week to get it at least so that there's some vague game there. Other than and there's also the research stuff. I want to put in proper values for the research. I want to sort out these sounds because yeah, we don't like that. Anyway, this is production line for the PC, another developer blog video. We are doing them every Sunday. So please subscribe to the channel. That's the best way of remembering that we've got a new video out. And if you like what you see, or you don't like, or you've got comments or ideas or suggestions or any feedback, please comment on the video. Oh, little pop-up placeholder nonsense, because we read all the comments on our videos. Nothing else. So please subscribe, and thanks for watching this. And if you like the look of the game, please tell all your friends about it, stuff like that, social media. Anyway, I'm really enjoying working on this. It's excellent. I shall shut up now. Thank you, and I shall see you next week.